Hello everybody, Jack Olmsted, digital reporter. I'm in Port Townsend, Washington for the Summer Cider Day.
Hello. So my name's Diana Kaspic, and I am the owner of Piccola Cellars, which is a winery that specializes in wine on tap. We package and serve our wines in stainless steel kegs, and we serve them to restaurants, wine bars throughout the Puget Sound area. And today we're in beautiful Port Townsend at the Northwest Cider Fest, and we are here in support of our customer Fire, who we package their cider in keg form and help them distribute it along with our wine.
Talk about the event today.
Oh, it's fantastic. So I think there's 10 different cideries, local cideries represented, mead, and then also cideries from around the country sent in small batch samples that Nancy from Fire is pouring, so you can have the taste from other different regions in the area, which is really kind of fun to see how other folks make ciders.
Where are you based?
We are based in Woodinville. That's where the winery is, and that's where the warehouse is. We do all the keg packaging and distribution from there. Our winemaker is based in eastern Washington in Mattawa, and that's where all the wine is actually produced and made, and then it's shipped to us in Woodinville, and that's where we do all the final blending and packaging.
How long have you been in the business?
This is our second year in this venture. We spent the first year as a pure distributor. We actually had 2 wines that we had commissioned for us, because when we started, there was no wine on tap. Nothing existed in keg form. And so we really strongly believed in the concept. We started working with a couple of very strong winemakers who were very instrumental in supporting us. And we started with 2 wines, a red and a white. And a year later, we decided we needed to expand our production capabilities, and so we purchased a small winery and renamed it Piccola Cellars. And at this point, we have probably 10 different wines that we offer under our name, under our label, and then we also distribute probably 4 or 5 other wines, all of it in keg or tote form.
Where does the name come from?
Piccola means small in Italian. So the full name of the company is La Botte Piccola Wine Company, and that means the small barrel wine company. And it came to me when I was in Italy. I spent quite a bit of time in Europe, and that's actually where I first got the idea. Watching the way Europeans serve wine, the way they handle it, the way they talk about it, being able to walk down to the local winery, wherever that might be, with literally what looks like a gas can in your hand, filling up, coming back to the house. Everyone drinks what's local. It's all fresh, clean, relatively low in alcohol, absolutely delicious, matches perfectly with the cuisine of whatever region you're in. And I just looked at the way we were packaging wine in America and thought, you know, there's got to be a better way. There's just so much waste when you put wine in a bottle. And these aren't wines that are meant to be put down and stored and packaged with cork. I mean, those wines should go in bottle. There's absolutely a role for that. These are fresh, clean wines that are ready to be consumed now, and we're just stripping away as much of the packaging as possible to bring the wine to direct to the consumer as possible.
Let's talk about your packaging.
So this is our latest. We call it our latest toy. It's the Piccola tote, and it holds 1.5 liters. It's packaged with a little bit of nitrogen, so that the nitrogen basically sparges out all of the oxygen. We fill it concurrent with the wine, so it's under a little bit of pressure. But once you open that, it'll stay fresh for 4 to 5 weeks because it won't oxidize. So you could have one glass tonight, and leave it for a week, and it'll be perfectly fresh again. Again, 1.5 liters, so there's 2 bottles. This has literally what 1/14 the carbon footprint that an equivalent amount of glass bottles would. So less energy, less weight, and we've been we've been really happy with the result. People really enjoy it. They enjoy the portability of it. They enjoy the fact that it doesn't go bad. And bottom line, the wine's really good. And so that's at the end of the day, that's what really matters. So we're really happy with it.
And how many different wines do you package like this?
Right now, we're putting we put all 6 of the Piccola Cellars wines in the totes. So we've got a Riesling, a Chardonnay, a Pinot Gris, and then a Bordeaux blend, which is primarily Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. We've also got a straight Merlot, and we have a Syrah. And so we will continue to package the Piccola Cellars wines in these totes, and we're selling them at the tasting room, we're selling them at farmers markets, and then we're also working with several different retailers throughout the Puget Sound area, Whole Foods, Central Market, and then a bunch of smaller guys. Pete's Wine is going to carry them. One of my favorites is Chuck's Hop Shop on 85th. Basically, anywhere where people are coming and they're looking for something where the packaging is as stripped down as possible. You know, I've said this before. When people look at the packaging or they look at the wine on tap concept, the wine that said, you know, I never really thought about that before, but now that I've thought about it, that really makes a lot of sense. It always cracks me up because it really is a very, very old idea that we've taken the benefit of new technology and we've refreshed it, and it works fabulously. The other thing that I think rings true for us in almost everything we do is we tell people, you know, yes, you can have more for less. You really can.
Thanks for the time. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. This is Jack Olmsted, digital reporter, coming to you from Port Townsend, Washington. We'll see you next time.